And that is the very last episode of The Agenda for Friday, June 27th, 2025. There seems to be a tradition in television that when a show wraps up, someone says something. So here goes. Most current affairs programs don't last for 19 seasons, but The Agenda has, and for a bunch of reasons. We started with great support from former CEO Lisa DeWilde, who tasked us with creating a new and more distinctive program. I think we did that, led by former executive producer Don Dunsky, and then his successor for the past 10 years, Stacey Dunseith. Mix in wonderful producers and a great technical crew, and it was fun to come to work every day. We hope we've contributed something to the people of Ontario, better understanding their province and beyond. If we didn't, it wasn't for lack of trying. I think we've done more than 4,000 shows featuring around 19,000 guests, watched over the years by nearly 250 million people. So we have tried. 4 decades ago, when I got my first TV job, the legendary Barbara Frum told me, "Steve, one day the viewers will wake up and they'll just get sick of looking at your face." I have always had that conversation in the back of my mind. It's been a good reminder not to overstay one's welcome, which is easy to do because these jobs are just so enjoyable. So, per Barbara's advice, we're wrapping things up on The Agenda after 19 years. A new show, The Rundown, will replace it, and I look forward to watching that when it's ready to go. But to be clear, I am not retiring. TVO has been such an important part of my life that I'm thrilled to be continuing the weekly On Poly podcast with my pal JMM and the town hall show TVO Today Live and my weekly column. I hope to see you again really soon, doing a bunch of things that are new for me and worthy of your precious time. So, for the last time, and on behalf of my fellow anchors Nam Kiwanuka and J.N. Jagannathan, I'm Steve Paikin. Thanks for watching TVO, for joining us online at tvo.org. Have a great Canada Day on Tuesday in the true North, strong and free. And we'll see you again down the road sometime. Just a few words from me. They always teach you in journalism school not to have an agenda. Agendas are for politicians, we were told, not for journalists. Well, despite that admonition, we do have a modest agenda on this new program. It is, plain and simply, to present to our viewers for an hour every weeknight an issue or two that we presume to think you should know more about to be a thoughtful and up-to-date member of this province and this country at this time in our history. Huey Segal once said that when conservatives make the kind of cuts your government made, they're called heartless barbarians and bastards by the public. But when Jean Chretien does it for some reason, people say, oh, well, I guess it was necessary. Do you think there's a double standard in the country about liberals and conservatives?
It's a question of trust.
They trust you to make the right cuts.
I presume they keep voting for me after that.
Thanks for joining us for The Agenda in the summer. Welcome back to our studios here in Yonge and Eglinton. Don't touch that dial. Leave it right here on TVO all night long. We're going to have the best coverage. We're going to have all results all the time. We are not trying to do business this way, people. Ladies,
we won't be.
It's part one of The Agenda on the Road tonight, live from Windsor, Ontario. Those were some of the voices we heard yesterday at the Agenda Camp here in Brockville, Ontario. Many of the ideas presented at Agenda Camp form the basis of an Agenda on the Road broadcast.
I think it's important to realize that there isn't another broadcaster doing this kind of thing.
Why an uptick in popularity at this particular moment in our history?
Basically, between 1/3 and 1/2 of all zombie movies have been made in the last 10 years, basically since the 9/11 attacks.
My recollection is nobody that night thought what has transpired over the past month would transpire, right?
I agree. Nobody did. Nobody did.
Usually the mayor is the mayor, but you seem to be almost a co-mayor. Is that fair to say?
I wouldn't say co-mayor. Make no mistake about it. Rob makes all the decisions.
That is it for tonight's Agenda in the Summer. I'm Pia Chattopadhyay.
A moment ago, you sort of gasped in what sounded like frustration listening to sort of how partisan this is all going to become.
Half a century. So that really kind of begs the question, you're old, aren't you? How old are you? Seriously? I think by my watch, we're just about approaching 9 o'clock, which means the polls are going to be closing. Somehow, Salman Rushdie, under the threat of death, managed to get married and have children. How does he do it?
Just incredible sexual attraction.
I'm feeling it right now.
Imagine talking to Johnny McDonald about retirement or Laurier.
Well, they never thought about the succession.
We'll do this again when he's going to be respectful.
Okay, well, there's a first for everything. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Waterloo, Ontario. We are in Thunder Bay, Ontario tonight from the city with a heart of gold. That's Timmins, Ontario. Okay, you guys are our guinea pigs for this new way of doing television, which we're all figuring out during the course of this pandemic.
I'm Nam Kiwanuka, and that's next on the agenda in the summer.
Is there a story you've reported on this year that struck a chord with either you or your audience?
You call her mean, and I wonder, would you say the same about a male colleague? Would you call them mean?
I said a lot of
no, I read the book, and there's no other politician in there that you call mean.
No.
Unprecedented, unpredictable, unbelievable. We're delighted to have you with us for this special broadcast. Keep it here, because we really will have the most comprehensive coverage and analysis available tonight.
How did a 33-year-old entrepreneur and an unlikely cast of characters sell the idea of basketball?
What immediately was in your head and in your heart?
There wasn't much in my head. It was mostly in my heart.
When you think of Ontario, what do you think?
Grazia.